I want you to face your fears. I want you to go on an adventure far away, somewhere you've never been before, somewhere that seems unfamiliar and scary to you. Maybe it would be a tropical island in a land far, far away. Maybe it would be a desert. Maybe it would be a glacier. But I want you to do an extreme sport of some capacity. This is what I did last week when I went to Madeira, a tropical island belonging to Portugal. It has 130 canyons, and my friends and I thought we must take advantage of one of them. So it turns out there are over 100 different canyoning routes that you can take, and canyoning is where you descend from either the top or somewhere in the middle of the canyon to the bottom by abseiling, walking and swimming. And it's really scary, and it's very hard to overcome your fears to actually go and do it, especially when you're peering over your first cliff like, that's a 60-meter drop, all right. But a week ago today, actually, I did it, and I could not believe the experience I got. At first, I looked over and I thought, God, I'm one rope away from death. Yes, I had a harness on. Yes, I had my wetsuit on, but it didn't feel safe enough. I felt it needed more support. Anyway, I grabbed the handle as I peered over the ledge, literally living on my edge. As I put my foot down on a semi-slanted rock, I was like, oh damn, here we go. Oh, you can see how excited I am just by talking about this. It gives me an adrenaline rush just to think about it. I grabbed the rope, put my left arm under it, my right hand on my waist, ready to feed the rope through the mechanism. And I descended the 60-meter drop in about 3 whole minutes. So it took me like 30 centimeters a second. That was quite slow at first, but I mean, it picked up towards the end. You know, I got exponentially quicker as I got used to it. But on that day, I learned a very specific lesson. My instructors and my peers helped me discover that leaning over your edge, physically and metaphorically, is the way to go if you want to feel fulfilled as an adventurous person like me. I talked about my duo traveling back in March in the unfamiliar lands of Eastern Europe, of Kosovo, of Albania, of North Macedonia, which was a bit more accustomed to tourism. But there I didn't even consider going over the edge and doing canyoning. Then again, it's not the place you canyon, but regardless, I didn't do much adventuring without the support of my family. But regardless, I didn't do much true adventuring where you're literally kind of risking your life, but you know, they have the safety measures in place. I didn't tell my family before I did canyoning. I just rocked up to the place and I told them the day after. Because what if you told your family you were going in before? They would be pretty doubtful and they would tell you to come back, that it's not safe enough, especially your mother. She just wants the best and most safe scenario for you. And I went and did it, and I've conquered the fear. So what are you waiting for? You know, if you have a fear of heights, spiders, everything, you know that the way to get over it is by exposing yourself to the fear. Now, I'm not really scared of heights and I had good trust in the people around me, but what helps you go over the edge, like I did, was having friends by my side, the instructor's credibility, 20 years of canyoning, and every voice telling me to go. Just go. Descend the cliff, use the rope, follow their example, because 4 others did it before me, and it felt great. I have no regrets from the trip. Imagine if canyoning had come up and I'd said, no, it's a bit scary, and I come back and I realise I wouldn't have the opportunity to do that again for probably years to come. And let me tell you, leaving with the pain of regret is 10 times worse than leaving with the pain of having climbed the rocks and done the adventure, because the experience is so worth it. Now, it makes me reminisce back in the days where, you know, I had different people around me. Maybe if I still had learning support, say if this was about 7 years ago. I was too young then, but I thought if I hadn't overcome the learning support by now, I would still be in an environment where I'm still learning to overcome my social skills and everything. But I've evolved past that and I'm able to do the adventures that like true adrenaline junkies do. And it's a real experience and sight to behold, let me tell you that. So having watched those videos I've just played, I want you to consider what you want to do in your life in terms of adventuring. Do you want to do canyoning? Do you want to do bungee jumping? Do you want to do skydiving? Well, let me tell you, the support network is there. You just have to go out and find it. Find friends and forums on the internet where people exist and encourage you to go out there and adventure like I did just last week. Just look, discover, and you'll find it there. I'm sure you'll face your fears someday very soon, especially now that I've mentioned it to you. I've reminded you to pursue your passion, to go out there and explore. I hope this helped you. Take care, go adventure, and I'll see you in the next video.